So anyway, I'm actually working on the AI engine, not the network. Although I've got a lot of background with that too, so I help out as I can. But anyway, me and Jordan have worked on a lot of things in the past, and so I'm helping him. Number one, right now, working on the engine directly, fixing and working on helping him squash all those bugs he was talking about, and also uh, upgrading the AI engine, all the XG boost, the I brought in a bunch of stuff, getting ready for GPU, all the GPU stuff that he talked about adding. So Kronos is one of the models. I think it's Google. So there's models that people have trained out there, time series models. They're like transformer, similar to the LLM architectures. Anyway, so I'm adding those in, and let's see what else. I've got a kind of a plan for the latent pooling that he talked about. That was kind of my brainchild for that. So that'll be really interesting, and I'm super excited to get started on that. And hopefully I can, I really want to get this stuff that I'm fixing for the engine right now, going so that I can get started working on that. Even though it's like kind of in the future thing, it's the thing that I'm generally most excited about. So I'm really excited to try that out and see what I can do there. Let's see what else. I don't know. It's a lot. It's a lot of work. Hopefully, what I can do right away is actually increase the accuracy for everybody. So it's already being. I guess everybody's kind of running as far as I understand, the way that you have to, the production happens. Like it's about it's like put in something that actually uses the accuracy to figure out payout. So, I'll be able. I'm working on pushing that and trying to get that as high as possible with what he's already got in place. So, there's a couple things involved with that, and that's actually what I'm working on right now. I'm doing a lot of that. But there's let's see, I'm trying to remember. There's a couple of things that I was going to do, but that he talked about in the slides too. So he had the the multivariate stuff. So the multivariate, that's a really interesting thing, and it'll be fun. Oh, and there's also the training side as well, everything. So the XG boost that he's using right now is kind of like already built to do the multivariate that he talked about. So we'll be able to start working on that and trying that out, and seeing how that works. As far as the and I also want to say that it's also kind of does training already, so there's already that aspect to it. But when we jump into the GPUs with the LLM kind of stuff and transformer, deep learning AI stuff, we still need to add in the training so that it kind of matches what's happening with the XG boost. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to kind of coordinate those so they all work the same, right? So no matter what we do, there's no matter what the engine is, it all works the same, so that you have the different algorithms or whatever, and you have like XGBoost, Kronos. We have another one we put in called TTM, Tiny Time Mixer. That's what it stands for. And Amazon, I think, did that, or yeah, maybe it was switched. Google did one and the other. Anyway, so but those need a training loop as well to do live training, which is something that's unique, that I bring to the table out there. Most people out there don't do live training, so it's kind of unique. So I'll be putting that in. And as far as the multivariate goes, that the reason why we want to do this is so that you can pick and choose the different algorithms that you want to try. So maybe one thing's good for one, like maybe the TTM works really well for this data stream, but XGBoost is like the best for this data stream over here. And people will be able to pick and choose from the things that we make, And then we're trying really to get it put together so that people like Jerome, and he'll talk about what he's doing when he gets in. So people like him can go in and like do like their own stuff. So it's not even, this stuff that's out there like XGBoost and Chronos and all that. So they'll be able to come in and put their own, their own algorithms in. And a lot of people want to like, even maybe predict it themselves somehow, like spend time sitting there manually predicting it, and that's a possibility too. Stuff like that. So, and then the multivariate will be able to play around with that as well, where it's where you have like you're predicting multiple data streams. So multiple one case, what that might be like. It's specific to the high-end transformer protocol that's specific to the high-end transformers. But basically, the prediction engine, the algorithms communicate with each other across. They can either do it locally or they can do it across, network with whoever, anywhere. And basically instead of the you're instead of sharing the results, right? So you're not sharing the prediction and doing like an ensemble, which is just like a lot of people's voices talking, and then the average of that happens, is the thing that actually, so all these people's voices are talking, saying I predict this, I predict this, I predict this, and then out of that cacophony, something comes out, and you get like an average, like the what do you call it, the something of the crowd, the intelligence of the crowd, that's kind of the wisdom of the crowd. That's it. That comes out, through that process, and that's what I mean when I talk about when I say ensemble. It's like an ensemble of an orchestra, right? So you get this, even though each instrument is playing something, you get this, this overall sound coming out of it. This other thing is a little bit different. The latent pooling is a little bit different. It works more like, with the intelligent AI. So these, like ChatGPT or whatever, these AIs actually will communicate between themselves in a language that us humans can't really grasp or fathom or interpret, right? And it's a way for them to help each other out automatically for whatever purpose, for the prediction that they're trying to predict, or the thing they're trying to predict. So it's a way for them to share rather than us sharing, right? So that's something that I'm really excited about and want to play around with.
Yeah, and it's kind of like a lower level communication, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like instead of talking together through language, as an analogy, it would be like these AIs hooking up their brains together directly, and so we could communicate with thought. That's how I interpreted your description of the latent pool at kind of a high level analogy level.
Yeah, that's a really good way to describe what I'm talking about. It's literally a language. It is a language. It's their language, though. It's one that we can't really understand. Like the whales at the bottom of the ocean, doing their song, and we're like, that sounds pretty. But who knows what they're doing? They're figuring out all their, mates and everything.
And I should have introduced Wil. I mean, sorry, Wil. Yeah, like I was saying, like he's just a genius, and so he knows all this stuff at a very low level. He'll read the papers and then explain them to me, and he'll say, you know what, I think they've got an issue with this, so they're going to run into this kind of problem, and so he's anticipating, the issues that other people are going to have. So anyway,